joining BYU Sports Nation right now, the head coach of the Cavaliers, Mike London, making his return trip to the show. Coach, welcome back to BYU Sports Nation.
Spencer, Jeremy, thank you for having me again. I appreciate it.
Coach, first of all, congratulations on a monumental win over Louisville last Saturday. You said after that game that your team is for real. What makes your team real in 2014?
Well, what I meant by that basically was the fact that it's been a long time coming in the making of having a win like that for us. Last year we had 4 seniors. This year we have 22 seniors. The systems are consistent with the coordinator's terminology. So there's a lot of guys that know what's going on. And, we played a tough UCLA team and then, playing Louisville and now got another top 20 team and, with the Cougars there. Our guys are excited about the challenges that are presented to them, and we look forward to traveling out there to you guys.
Henry Coley and the captains on Sunday, after a win against a ranked team, called a players-only meeting. Normally that's like, hey, we got to figure it out, we're losing, whatever. You win, and your players call a player-only meeting. What did that mean to you?
Well, it goes back to talk about, the senior leadership, guys that want to, hold each other to accountability and responsibility, and just letting guys know that, we started out 2-1 before and ended up going on the slide there. So there's a lot of leadership and older guys that want to leave their senior legacy something to be proud of. And Henry, along with other captains and other seniors, just said, listen, we need to make sure we get everybody together to stay focused. And it means a lot when players can also dictate the locker room and hold guys accountable to the standards that you set.
Last 3 seasons, you've been 2-1 out of the gate. What makes this season a little different?
Well, as I said, this is one of those years, the seasons where the coordinators are back, the terminology is back, just guys getting acclimated and being really relaxed in what's being asked of. And the systems have worked for us, and it's amazing when you do things over and over again and you feel comfortable. We're all ruled by the psychology of results, and when guys can play fast and not think about what you're doing, it makes you play easier. It makes you playing, so you can win a football game, and that's probably the biggest difference for us right now.
Mike London, the head football coach of Virginia on BYU Sports Nation. Coach, what is the strength of this Cavaliers football team? We all think, well, it's got to be the defensive front seven. Are we hitting the target on that?
Yeah, I would say that. We've been able to put pressure on teams and come up with some turnovers. And the best pass defense is a pass rush, and I think we got some guys that can rush the passer. And we're going to have to do that in order to come to be competitive against BYU. But I would say the front seven is probably as good as we've had here for a while. And then I'd say our kicking game, particularly the legs of the kickers, have done a nice job as well.
Brandon Despain is the video coordinator there at Virginia. He used to be a coworker of mine here when we were students. Has he converted to Virginia, or does he still have some BYU blood, Coach?
I don't know. Hasn't he been sending you some secret film of practice and everything like that? So no. He's done a great job and everything, but talks fondly of out there, and they talked about how beautiful it is out there. And so a lot of our guys, probably 95% of us, will be first time out there and get a chance to look at a beautiful place that's been characterized.
Mike London, head football coach of Virginia on BYU Sports Nation. Coach, after that win over Louisville, I noticed you have a Twitter handle, and we're big on Twitter on this show. How much love did you get on social media after beating the Cardinals?
Well, I know it's one of the things that we're always talking about is we play the game first to win, and my whole thing to do this for the development of the players. And when people know how hard these guys have worked and they see the hard work pay off, then there are a lot of people that wanted to celebrate with the congratulations of upsetting the top 20 team. So, it's important that that the players get the credit and that the assistant coaches get the credit. And that's what I'm going to focus on, giving those guys the credit. And it was a long time overdue, and now we just had to go back to work again for practice, and as I said, get ready for the Cougars, because again, they're an excellent football team, and they beat some good people, and they're very skilled in a lot of areas. So we got our work cut out for us. I know that for sure.
Speaking of long time overdue, I just started following you on Twitter. 15,499. So I almost got you to 15,500. 15,500.
I think my mom and aunts and nieces and nephews would probably try to take it over. They're just trying to.
Yeah, let's go. Let's push that over the edge. You forced 13 turnovers in 3 games. How in the world does that happen?
There's no secret that we're a pressured defense. I mean, obviously you have to get to the quarterback. Obviously you have to get around the ball and try to get the ball out. And so it's just something you just preach over and over again. And being in position when the opportunity strikes. We've had our case of our share of things, bouncing the other way. But with older guys, the importance of possessions is critical, and particularly if you can create them on defense.
We talked to the voice of the Cavaliers yesterday, Dave Kane, and he said that there are 3 guys that get a lot of attention: Eli Harold, Max Vallis, and Anthony Harris. But then he brought up the guy that he feels like deserves more attention as Henry Coley. What makes Coley such a special linebacker?
This is the second year that Henry's been through Coach Tamu's defensive scheme. He makes a lot of the calls, a lot of the checks, a lot of the adjustments. He plays tough between the tackles, and he can run from sideline to sideline. He's a smart guy. He's a 2-time all-academic performer for the ACC, and he's just a guy that, again, is part of that group that said, you know what, we were here in 2011 when we went to the Chick-fil-A Bowl, and now I'm going out my senior year. I want to have something positive. So he's one of the main leaders for our team.
Well, thanks for the time, Coach London, and good luck with the Twitter followers getting to 15,500. You need one more.
Thanks for having me on the show, fellas. Take care.
Thank you.
All right, Coach. We'll see you in Provo.
Bye-bye.